Hello everyone, welcome to my science diaries. Earlier, scientists believed in plum pudding models which said the atom was a ball of positive charge with electrons inside it, but this model failed to explain experimental results. So, we had seen Rutherford atomic model and his experiment. Now, we will discuss the evidence and the finding of that experiment. So, without further delay, let's move on to the video. The gold foil experiment gave them interesting results. How did they get these results? Let us remind you once again. They observed that most fast moving alpha particles pass straight through the foil and hit the detector. However, some particles were deflected at small angles, and in the end, they were astonished when they saw that some alpha particles even rebounded. Now, how was this possible? In this observation, Rutherford was compelled to think that the plum pudding model was not entirely correct. Let's assume that we have a cotton ball where inside the cotton ball there is a very tiny sphere that is quite hard, so hard that it can even resist a bullet shot. Now, what happens if you fire many bullets through this cotton ball? Most of them will travel straight through the cotton surface. But what if a bullet hits the edge of the central heavy mass? Can anyone tell me this? In that case, the bullet path will slightly change and it will deviate. So, considering the size of the central mass, it's clear that only small bullets will deviate. Finally, what happens if a bullet hit the center? Needless to say, it will bounce back because we know that the central dense mass is very hard for a bullet to pass through.
That's why very few bullets will bounce back. This is similar to what Rutherford understood about the atomic structure. His first conclusions was that most of the space is empty inside the atom. This is because most of the alpha particles were able to easily pass through the atom and were hitting the detector straight. Now, if most of the space is empty inside the atom, then where is the positive charge? Anyway, this is the second conclusions. Positive charge is compactly packed inside a small entity. It occupies very small space inside the atom. Now, why did he think so? Let's go back to our cotton ball and bullets examples. Do you remember the second and third case? Yes, the bullet deviates after hitting the edge of a small sphere and it will rebound when it hits the center. This same explanations applies here as well. A few alpha particles deviate, meaning there is a possibility that they are hitting the edge of the positive center. Also, it's possibility that they deviate because the positive charge center repel them. And when a small number of alpha particles rebound, it indicates that the positive center occupies a very small volume. If the volume were larger, we would see more rebounded alpha particles.
So let's assume in this foil there are gold particles. They observe that most of the rays pass straight through the atom. Some rays changed their path and were deflected, and finally, very few particles bounded back. Because of this result, the Rutherford proposed a new nuclear model. Let's look at the hypothesis he put forward. First, the atom has a positively charged center, which we call the nucleus, and nearly the entire mass of atom is contained in the nucleus. Second, electrons revolve around the nucleus in the circular orbit. Third, the size of nucleus is very small compared to the size of atom. However, theoretically, there are many flaws in this hypothesis. Alright, in the next video, we will examine the drawback of Rutherford hypothesis, and in the following video, we will explore the atomic structure explanations given by the another scientist, Neil Bohr. Till then, see you in the next video. Thank you for watching my science diaries.